Tracey Martin.
Kia ora, Mr Speaker. To the Minister of Education, does she stand by all her statements?
The Honourable Hekia Parata.
Tēnā koe te mana whakawā, tēnā koe nā hau I timata tātou I rungi te karakia I tēnei ahi o tira tēnā tātou te whare e whakanuia nei tō tātou reo rangatira. Yes, Mr Speaker, and in particular I stand by my statements that this government wants to see our education system delivering for 5 out of 5 kids, and that we're committed to raising achievement and ensuring all our young people have the knowledge, skills and values to be successful in the 21st century.
Tracey Martin.
Does she stand by her statements on Parata's post promoting the Australian My School website as a template for a purpose-built New Zealand educational website?
The Honourable Hekia Parata.
Tēnā koe, Mr Speaker. I roto I tērā kaupapa I kite tātou etahi āhuatanga e pai ai mō Aotearoa hoki, hoi anō kāre I te katoa, hei te wā ka tīmata tātou te hanga tetahi mō Aotearoa motuhake ka tiro anō tātou.
Tracey Martin.
Kia ora. So, is the Minister aware that the My School website relies upon the national testing regime NAPLAN, and that this contradicts her statements to the Education and Science Select Committee that there are no plans to have a national test in New Zealand if the model was rolled out without substantial change, and if so, can she explain this contradiction?
The Honourable Hekia Parata.
Ai, I roto I taku whakahoki tuarua I kōrero ahau mō era āhuatanga e pai ana mō te hanga I tētahi I roto o Aotearoa. I etahi atu o aku whakamārama mō tēnei āhuatanga, ka whakakorehia ahau tērā āhuatanga I runga no I te whakaro he whakamātautau mō te katoa o Aotearoa. Nā tērā rerekētanga kāre I tāia era āhuatanga.
Point of order, Mr Speaker.
Point of order, Andrew Williams.
Speaker, while this is Maori Language Week and we do understand the use of te reo this week, there will be many New Zealanders out there who are wanting to hear the answer to the Minister's questions in English.
Order.
The question was in English. We should be able to give the answer in English.
Order. Members, respect the fact I'm on my feet. Members in this House are perfectly entitled to use the official languages of New Zealand, and they can use the te reo at any time they choose. For the people that the member is concerned about out there in the public, especially those watching on television, there is a immediate translation available to those people watching it on television. That should be available, a simultaneous translation. And if it's not available, I want to find out technically what's gone wrong, because that should be available. That brings to a close questions for our point of order, Michael Woodhouse.
Mr Speaker, in your reflections on question time today and yesterday, I wonder if you would consider the application of Speaker's rulings 147, 4, 5 and 6 regarding the tabling of documents. It may be just my perception, but it seems to me that the convention around succinctness may be being relaxed at the moment, where a number of documents are being described, following which there is a commentary that starts which shows that or which says that. In particular, your own ruling, which among other things says seeking leave is not an opportunity to convey information while members are on their feet. It may be me, but it does seem over the last few days that has become elongated, and it would be helpful if you would reflect on that.
I'll hear Chris Hipkins on the point of order.
Mr Speaker, while many of the Speaker's rulings do indeed refer to that, since some of those rulings were made, you've made a further ruling that members need to explain with some particularity what the document is that they're seeking to table, so that you can assess whether it's already publicly available, for example, among other things.
I appreciate the spirit in which the point of order is raised, but we have made very significant changes to the process for seeking leave to table documents, and members can no longer seek leave to table clippings from newspapers or records of radio transcripts or anything like that that are readily available to members. And we've also made a requirement that members identify the source of the document before making any comment about what it contains. And I think that is a mechanism of avoiding the opportunity for members to just get extra speeches in. I think for the House to be able to make a decision on whether or not they should allow a document to be tabled, I think they need to know the source of the document, and they need to have a brief summary of what it contains, some idea of what it contains. Now, I accept that I mustn't allow members to go on too long there, but I think it's not unreasonable that there can be some brief explanation of what the document contains, since we have eliminated so much of the wasteful tabling of documents. And I think it's unreasonable to expect members to make a judgment about whether they should allow a document to be tabled if they don't know what's in it. But I do accept the point the member makes that I mustn't allow members to use it as a chance to make an extra speech. Point of order, Dr. Rajen Prasad.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I seek leave of the House under Standing Order 354 to make a personal statement relating to the comments made about me in the